right now, man. What an amazing live stream. I want to give a big shout out to each and every one of y'all that tuned in to this live stream. It was a fun live stream. Thank you so much for everybody that's been in the building. And I want to say this right now, man. Man, what a great game. The Minnesota Vikings scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. Can you believe that the Minnesota Vikings scored 21 points in the fourth quarter and got the dub on Monday Night Football? Final score between the Minnesota Vikings and Bears is 27-24. But it's the way that this game, all the things that happened in this game, it was just so many ups and downs. It was a roller coaster ride. But at the end of the day, as long as you win the game, that's all that matters, right? J.J. McCarthy in the first half was absolutely terrible. Shout out to my boy Barber. Shout out to Cody. Everybody that's in the building. Make sure you double tap that screen. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Appreciate each and every one of y'all that's in the building. But yeah, this game was amazing. Good win. Yes, David McCarthy clutch. All he does is win, no matter what. Yeah, man, it was a very good game. Now, let me say this. It's not how you start the game, it's how you finish the game. J.J. McCarthy was absolutely unbelievable when it counted the most. In that fourth quarter, he threw that touchdown pass to was it the Aaron Jones, right? No, it was the J.J. first. I'm trying to make sure I first drive. I'm trying to figure out when. I think the first touchdown was to J.J. 13-yard throw to J.J., right? And it was in the fourth quarter with 12 minutes and 13 seconds. And then Adam Thielen got the 2-point conversion, and that was amazing, right? That's simply amazing. After that, J.J. Rushed for 14 yards, ran it to the right side, and ran it in for a touchdown. And it's just the fact that JJ, his confidence level to do that and make that play and go after it is amazing. If it wasn't for those penalties, they wouldn't have scored. That's a fact, bro. Man, thank you so much, Just Gamer. He said good stuff. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. JJ McCarthy has some stuff with him, man. When it comes to scoring, like for him to be clutch like that, he was amazing. That nice throw to Aaron Jones was amazing as well. Um, I forgot how many yards it was, but it was like a 30 yard. Was it a 30 yard touchdown pass to Aaron? No, it was a 27-yard touchdown pass to Aaron Jones by JJ with 9 minutes and 44 seconds. But my whole thing is this: all the things that JJ McCarthy went through. JJ McCarthy, that pick six, it was a 74-yard pick six. He was going three and out. He was underthrowing. He was overthrowing. He was getting his passes blocked at the line of scrimmage. He did not look good, man. He did not look good, and he could have gave up. He could have said, This is just not my game. I don't think I can do this." And what did he do? He put his team on his back. J.J. McCarthy put his team on his back. He said, "I know I wasn't that good. We got 2 field goals in the whole first 3 quarters." But he said, "I got you in the fourth quarter." Shout out to my bull Larry. But he said, "I got you in the fourth quarter. And I'm going to make sure we get this dub." And he was just throwing touchdown after touchdown. He ran a touchdown in. I'm going to get to his ultimately his stats. Let me look at his stats automatically. His stats. Let's look at his stats. So J.J. McCarthy was 13 of 20, 143 yards, 7.2 per pass, 2 throwing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown. But let me talk about the Aaron Jones touchdown pass. Did I not say, do people remember what I said about Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones, he's still a good running back in my eyes. He's not Jordan Mason right now, but he's still a good running back in my eyes. He's a very good receiving running back. And I am so glad that KOC used Aaron Jones in the passing game. He is by far, in my opinion, the best running back in the game when it comes to catching the ball. When it comes to catching the ball, Aaron Jones got hands. Did you see that touchdown pass? That was not an easy touchdown pass. It was not a no. Did you see that touchdown catch? I mean, by Aaron Jones. The pass was amazing, but the catch was even better. You get what I'm saying? That catch was not easy between 2 defenders, and he made that catch. And And I'm gonna be honest with you, Aaron Jones, that is the secret sauce. That is the secret weapon. Aaron Jones in the passing game until and even when Jordan Addison is back, he's the secret sauce because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. They could not handle our running backs. When you talk about Jordan Mason running the ball down their throat, they couldn't handle it. When you talk about Aaron Jones making the catches, and then late in the game he started to get his rushing yards as well. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Smeagol said what he said. Great comeback for the Vikings, but the Packers, nah, y'all ain't better than us. Someone told me McCarthy was very bad, and told him watch out, and said it right after the half. Then he balled out. Yes, he looked bad. I ain't gonna lie. I said he looked terrible. I said JJ McCarthy, and that's a fact. We ain't gonna deny that. JJ McCarthy was terrible in the first 3 quarters. I don't think any Viking fan can deny that. It's not about how you start, though. It's how you finish. What he did after that in the fourth quarter when it mattered the most is what counts the most. Yes, I called him out. I said he was terrible in the first 3 quarters. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other Viking fans said the same thing. But I got to keep it real. When I see on that field, I'm gonna talk that talk and keep it real. He was not good, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And he finished like a champion. He finished like a champion, and that's what I like to see. He didn't give up. Larry said, "Where's all those bears? Nah, they ain't gonna be nowhere. Great. That's how you fight back. Yes, adversity. Like yeah, because I look at it like that. The pick six. That was the defense was playing amazing throughout the whole game. They got tired, but they did give up 2 touchdowns, I believe. I think they gave up two touchdowns, some field goals. That pick six really hurt us. But other than that, our defense actually played pretty darn good. I'm loving what I seen overall. But yeah, man, I got to admit, man, this comeback shows a lot of heart. This is why I like JJ McCarthy. Listen, I don't think Sam Darnold would have played that bad, maybe probably the first 3 quarters, but I don't think Sam Darnold is going to make a comeback when it counts the most. I think JJ McCarthy has that it factor. Even though he didn't play that good in the first 3 quarters, he said, I'm still going to ball out. You know what I mean? He didn't quit. He didn't put his head underneath a pillow and say, I give up, I quit. He didn't quit on his team. And that's why this fan base shouldn't quit on him. Wasn't college, didn't throw the ball. Exactly. And he did his thing. He was clutch. Facts. Good game. Congratulations, Mike. Happy for you. Yeah, let's go. Mikey, do you think this game is nah. This game was amazing. Jones is great catching, but wow, Mason is a beast. Yes. Facts. Skull rough start, but he did situationally adapt, and that's baller way to start your career. That's a fact. At running facts, go win for y'all. Facts. Talk your talk, Mike. Yeah, I got to. We gave y'all that one. Hey, 3,000. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all just choked. Y'all had. I don't say you choked. We took it away from y'all because y'all had an opportunity multiple times to score on our defense and you couldn't get it done. If y'all would have scored just a little bit more points, y'all scored. Y'all had a pick six. Y'all was up. What was the score? Which y'all was up. I forgot what the score was. It was like, hold up, that's 10. It was 17. Yeah, it was 17 to like 6 or whatever. Y'all had us. Y'all had us, and you let it get away from y'all because y'all couldn't score. You know what I mean? Y'all couldn't stop the momentum defensively. Caleb was starting to mess up and not do his thing. We pretty much stopped y'all run. Y'all run game wasn't. We stopped y'all good enough. At first, y'all was beating the brakes off of us with the run game. Swift was looking like Adrian Peterson at one point, but we shut that down. What hurt us was the Caleb Williams scrambling. He had 6 carries for 58 yards. He was a pretty good, but later in the game, the guy that won the game was the guy that was the most clutch. Now let me say this. I said the 2024 NFL draft was one of the best drafts in NFL history, and I still believe that. And I said to myself, JJ McCarthy gonna knock off the first overall pick. You know what I mean? He gonna knock him off, and that's exactly what he did. JJ McCarthy just beat Caleb Williams, and like I said, it's not how you start a game; it's how you finish a game. And I'm ecstatic about what this man did. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. It's definitely going down over here on Mike Sports Vibes. We are going live for absolutely every single game this season. With the scoreboard and everything. Everybody's welcome, whether you're a Viking fan or not, but it's definitely going down. Vikings beat the Bears on Monday Night Football. Vikings scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. Can you believe it? We scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. We scored 6 points in 3 quarters, and then we scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. You talk about clutch. You talk about fire. You talk about a team that wasn't ready to quit and give up. This team did what they had to do to win, and I'm ecstatic about this team, and I'm excited about this team, and this team deserved this dub. Nobody can take away what we accomplished, what the Vikings accomplished, because no, it is hard to score and win at the NFL level, especially this being his first regular season game. This man could have easily quit on this team, but he didn't. And you see what his teammates did after he scrambled and got that touchdown. Did you see what they did? They said, "Nah, man." They said, "Bruh." They said, "Listen, we're not gonna do that. Listen. We're gonna give this man a lot of credit for scrambling because he fought for that touchdown, y'all. That scramble to the right side." He ran over somebody, pushed somebody in the end zone with him. He said, "Yo, I'm getting this first down. I'm not diving. I'm not going out of bounds." He said, I'm getting this touchdown." This game reminds me of the famous story of Tortoise and the rabbit. Man. Also, shout outs to Will Reichert. Get that 59. I think he was 2 for 2. I think he had 2 field goals. He was 2 for 2 in my I think. Um he was 2 for 2. But yeah, Will Riker has to have a shout out, Alexander. You're so right. Two two clutch field. If it wasn't for him, we would have never won this game because he made 2 field goals to make it not a shutout. That 59 yarder was amazing. I listened. I was kind of nervous, but he did his job. He did his job, and I love it, man. Shout out to everybody's in the building. Make sure y'all double tap that screen, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said, we going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Everybody's welcome on this YouTube channel, whether you're a Viking fan or not. If you feel in the vibes, consider subscribing. But yeah, a win is a win. I'm just happy we won this game. 21 points in the fourth quarter is just on another level. Yeah, Reichert had a very great game. Break Forever said good win for the Vikings. Facts. Minnesota got a pretty good roster. Went 14-3 with Sam Darnold. Yes, Julius Kurtz. That's a fact, bro. The Vikings play the Falcons on Sunday. They're going to play the Falcons. Yup, and I can't wait. And I think we're going to beat the Falcons. We're going to beat the Falcons. I'll be at that game, so that's the one game I won't be live for because I'm going to be at that game. But after that, I'm going to be live for absolutely every single game. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. But this game right here was amazing. Let's talk about the defense, though. I got to give a lot of credit to the defense. Matter of fact, before I go to the defense, let's just talk about the running backs again. Jordan Mason was a straight up monster. 15 carries for 68 yards, 4.5 per carry. 19 yards was his longest run of the day. J.J. McCarthy had 2 rushes for 25 yards, 12.5 per carry, and he had 1 rushing touchdown. 14 yards was that 14-yard run that he ran on the right side of the field and ran it in for a touchdown, which is simply amazing. Aaron Jones Sr. had 8 carries for 23 yards, 2.9. He started to warm up. He had his longest run of the game was 9 yards. Justin Jefferson had a run as well, 1 carry for 4 yards. But let's talk about the receivers. And another thing, Aaron Jones was the leading receiver with 44 yards. He was tied with Justin Jefferson. Aaron Jones Sr. had 3 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. And Justin Jefferson had 4 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. So simply, this was just a great all-around game. Go Pack, go. Okay. Another primetime game. Now Pete out and excitement. Yeah, man, what a great win. This is one of those games that you have to put respect on the Vikings name, J.J. McCarthy. For you to score 21 points in the fourth quarter is on another level. You talk about clutch. You talk about our offensive line wasn't looking good. I didn't like the fact that we started off the game. My homie hit me up. He said, yo, Christian Deriso's out for the game. That's one of the best left tackles in the game. When I heard that news, I said, oh my goodness. You got Harrison Smith out for the game. Our Blake Cashman, our middle linebacker, he was out for the game. He got hurt during the game. And I was just like, yo, what the freak is going on? And the pressure was getting to J.J. McCarthy. School started to settle down and did his thing. So shout out to him. He did give up a sack. How many sacks did we give up? So 3 sacks today for 9 yards. Not too bad. But let's talk about but the running backs did absolutely amazing. Jordan Mason should be running back 1. He definitely deserves that. Jordan Mason was hitting the hole hard, and he wasn't playing no games. He was breaking arm tackles, running over people. He made it look easy. He was really that guy. Skull JJ McCarthy is a winner, and a winner figured it out. Yes, He's definitely. I love that statement because at the end of the day, people got to understand that man threw a pick six. Everybody could have like said, "Oh, this man has no chance, has no business of doing anything. He's not that guy. He's a bust." I could see it now if he would have continued that trend and we didn't win this game. But guess what? He said, "Yo, I got something for you in the fourth quarter." And he got that dub for us in the fourth quarter. So shout out to him. But it wasn't just him. We're going to give him the credit when credit is due. But I got to give credit to the run game. I got to give credit to the offensive line when it came down to it. They blocked and they did their thing. I got to give credit to the defensive line, and I got to give credit to the defense in general. Let's talk about the defense. The defense held us in the game the whole entire game. If it wasn't for this defense, we would have got the break speed off of us. The Bears had multiple chances to just dominate. Yeah, RP to Kyrie Jackson. Yup. They had multiple chances to improve their lead and really dominate us. But guess what happened? The Vikings defense had some three and outs, made the plays that they needed to make. And even though the Vikings offense was going three and out and couldn't get it together, this defense held it together. The defense definitely, at the end of the game, they gave up them yards. But I'm gonna be honest with you, this defense kept us in the game until JJ McCarthy just started doing his thing, and it was amazing. It was an amazing performance altogether. But let's really talk about the defense, man. I have to talk about this defense. Shout out to Brian Flores. I know it wasn't perfect, but this defense was on the field a lot. I don't know the time of possession of the game, but I know the Bears had more time of possession. I'm pretty sure. Or especially early on, they definitely did. So I know this defense was tired. But let's talk about when it comes to the sacks, right? Javon Hargrave had two sacks, two tackles for loss. So shout out to Javon Hargrave. That was the guy that I was most excited about this offseason. People were like, oh, Javon Hargrave is cooked. He's not good. He's always hurt or whatever they were saying. Number 97 came to play. Number 97 did what he had to do. Robert, what's going on? He said, JJ, yup. Wilson Hargrave and Von Ginkel were huge. Yup, I'm gonna got to get into it, yo. Shout out to Rob. Shout out to everybody in the building. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing if you're feeling the vibes. And we have a thing where at halftime we have people come on the show if you're interested in coming on to the show. So I'll just send the link in the comments at halftime, and we'll see what happens if you guys are interested. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. But let's keep it going. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this defense, right? Because I gotta really, really talk about it because I just feel like people are sleeping on how good this defensive line is. I understand Swift has some good carries, but he held it. They held it down for them to hold Caleb Williams in that offense. How they was flowing, it looked like they was gonna score every drive. They scored one touchdown and then a field goal and then that pick six. That's all they was doing for like half the game until that last quarter. And they got that until the fourth quarter. They got 7 points. Oh yeah, third quarter. Hold on. So it goes. Yeah, the pick six in the third quarter, 10 points in the first half. So it was 10-6 at halftime. Yup, that's what happened. So it was 10-6 at halftime. It was 17-6 after three, and then we scored 21 points in the fourth. They scored 7. So I mean, they did their thing. So, but Hargrave is the player of the game for me. Hargrave is the player of the game for me, and he had because this you think about it, two sacks, tackles, two tackles for loss, right? One quarterback hit, and then you got to think. Even though I don't understand that, but total tackles is 5, y'all. 3 solo tackles. He was all over the place. Now, let me give a big shout out to Eric Wilson. When Blake Cashman got hurt, Eric Wilson came in the game and he was absolutely amazing. Did you realize how good that man was? And skull to the bull, everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for vibing with me, everybody. Tune in Sports. Shout out to you, Alexander, Rob, Daryl, Lucky, Big Task, Alexander, Pack fan, even though he's a Packers fan. Shout out to him. Tarvar, Julius, my CS Pros. Shout out to you. Break Forever. Everybody that's in the building, shout out to each and every one of y'all, man. Josh Hansen, shout out to you. All right, so listen, when it comes down to, what was I saying? So Eric Wilson, when he got in the game, right? Did you notice he was like making a lot of plays, bro? Making tackles. That man had 5 tackles, bro. 3 solo tackles. 1 tackle for loss. He made some big plays. Andrew Van Ginkel almost had a pick 6. He had 5 total tackles, 3 solo. He had a tackle for loss. Isaiah Rodgers had a tackle for loss. 5 total tackles, 3 solo tackles. Ivan Pace Jr. He did miss that one tackle on Caleb Williams, but he had a solid game though. He had 5 tackles, 2 solo tackles. Byron Murphy had 4 solo tackles. He was doing his thing. Theo Jackson, they was doing their thing for the most part. They didn't miss too many tackles all like that. But I had to give credit to my boy Javon Hargrave. He is the player of the game, in my opinion. There's a lot of other players that made plays, but he's the one that has the 2 sacks in the game. He's the one that really set that like I don't know what snapped, like what was going on with the Vikings, but I don't know if it was him and he said, "Yo, we're gonna turn on the light switch and we're gonna make sure we stop this run. Swift is not gonna keep doing this to us." But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. If you're feeling the vibes, consider subscribing. And like I said, we're just going to keep it PG in the comments. Even if you're not a Viking fan, you are welcome to be on this channel. This is one YouTube family. I always say that sports are designed to bring us together, is not separate us. That's how I feel. That's why it's called Mike Sports Vibes. Good vibes over here. And we're just going to have a lot of fun on this channel. And like I said, when we go live with the scoreboard and everything, that's when we can really, really vibe. I'm going to have people on the show and everything. I really love talking to y'all. Y'all my only friends. I say that and I mean that. I don't talk to nobody. I don't have no friends besides my wife, besides God, number one, my wife and my kids. Other than that, I don't talk to nobody. I talk to y'all more than anybody. So shout out to y'all, man. Thank you so much for vibing with me. You know what I mean? I really appreciate y'all. But yeah, this defense was simply amazing. When you talk about who else was doing their thing? Jonathan Grenard was all over the place. I wish I would have seen Jonathan Grenard get 1 sack. Jonathan Grenard did have 3 tackles, 1 solo tackle. But yeah, man, we held it down. We held it down. We could have easily lost this game. This was a game that the Vikings could have lost big time. They could have folded under pressure and lost this game, but they didn't. They found a way to get the job done. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Shout out to Purple Haze. Salute to you, bro. He said JJ is him. JJ is him in that fourth quarter. He was clutch, but he got to make sure he's a little bit better throughout the game. But this is his first game in the regular season. And for us to score 21 points in the fourth quarter is clutch. It don't get no better than that. So long as he can take care of the football a little bit better throughout the game, that pick 6 really hurt us. And we just got to do some, hopefully Christian Darrisaw's back so he has more time and he has more better protection on that left side. I'm not gonna hate on School. What's his name? Justin School or whatever. Justin School filled in for him, right? I'm not gonna hate on him, but he's not Christian Darrisaw, so let's keep it like listen. He's gonna be protected a lot more, but he has to make those throws. There was plenty of sometimes where he had a great pocket. He just didn't make a good throw. The ball got batted down a couple of times. And some of the dudes was wide open. He just didn't make the throw. Just didn't make the good throw. And that happens. But I'm just happy he made the good throws when it counted. And I'm happy that throw to Aaron Jones has to be the best throw. No, Justin Jefferson throw was good too. But I think that Aaron Jones throw was amazing. I think people got to put respect on Aaron Jones's name. Aaron Jones is him when it comes to him being a running back that can catch the ball. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. I'm reading your comments as I go. Best friends. Yes. Best friend to have. Family. God, yes. Facts, Alexander. Vikings still. Oh, okay, Ricky. Respectfully, bro. Who's your team? Because I guarantee we'll beat the brakes off of your team. Hey, hold on, bro. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? That's what Meek Mills be saying. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Hey, we ain't done yet. This season just getting started. Know what I mean? The Falcons is next. I'm going to be at that game, y'all. I'm going to be at that game. It's going down, baby. Baby. Ready to let it go. Yeah, the Vikings did their thing, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Oh, man. What a yeah, that was a roller coaster, Josh. That was. Congrats. Acres. Yeah, he said congrats, man. Yeah, thanks, man. I credit Maxie getting cut at halftime. Everybody beats the bear. Shout out to my boy T Evil, man. Can't wait to meet you in a few days, bro. That Jones throw was, oh my gosh. Yo, Rob, that Jones throw and catch, the throw and catch, y'all. People are sleeping on that boy Jones's hands. I've been saying that all this whole time. I've been saying that Jones got hands. He probably got better hands than the wide receivers we got. He definitely got better hands than Naylor. I like Naylor, but he got better hands than Naylor. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. He got better hands than Naylor. Um, I'm so excited, Mike. I'm gonna hit out. Okay, bro, let's go to the bowl, bro. Appreciate you vibing. It's just the Bears. It don't matter, bro. It's a division rival. The Bears played actually really, really good for the most part, but the Minnesota Vikings did what they had to do, and it's a away game. It's a away game rival, prime time. It's hard to beat the Bears in Chicago. It's a division rival. Even when it comes to the y'all division, you could go to the worst team. You could play, like, say for instance, like the division with the AFC North. You got the Browns, Steelers, Ravens, and Bengals. Say, for example, just hypothetically speaking, the Browns are the last place team. They go against the Steelers. It's going to be a hard game because it's a division rival. Even if they're in last place in the division, it's always hard. Those division rival games are always hard. And a win's a win. You play who's on your schedule, and you just got to get them wins. JJ showed good adversary, and all I can say is no matter who you are or root for, when you only got 17 chance to prove yourself every year, every game is precious. Facts. That's the beauty of football, and it what makes it even more beautiful, Alexander, is even when you talk about the playoffs. You literally, it's not like the NBA, it's not like baseball, and it's not like hockey. It's not even like tennis. Look, tennis is like kind of like, I guess you can kind of say, because it's 1-on-1 and all that, and it's not like boxing. But my point is, when you talk about basketball and all that, that's a 7 game series. That's game that 4 game, 7 game series when it comes to baseball or whatever, right? So football is so precious during the regular season. Then you got the postseason even more precious because you literally lose. You can be the better team. I know this doesn't make sense to some people, but hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. You can be the better team and lose that game because you just have an off game. Because if it was a best of 3 or best of 7, the best team is going to always win that series, right? But sometimes you can be the best team and lose. You just have a bad game. They had a better game plan. They outcoached you. And it happens sometimes. Sometimes the hottest teams going into the playoffs just win the Super Bowl. I always keep going back to the Giants when the Giants barely got into the playoffs and they beat Tom Brady twice. I'm just saying they barely got into the playoffs as a wild card team and went on a run and beat everybody. It's a 1 game series. Crazy that JJ was a young kid and embarrassment. Yeah, and his first game, like, it came to, yeah, and running wild broke JJ's heart. Now first game is that, yeah, beating his home team. Facts, bro. I love it. Put PG, division game matter, right? Yes, facts. Got to give Naylor some credit though. He was a spark. He was. I like Naylor, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Naylor, but I'm happy he's on our team. Yeah, I'm happy he's on our team. He's not bad, but he gets on my nerves sometimes with some of them drop catches. But I do like Naylor. And some of those penalties did help us throughout the game. Like them penalties throughout the game. Imagine if we didn't get those penalties, we would have never got those 6 points probably. You know what I mean? Them 6 points in the first 3 quarters really helped us. I know it didn't sound like a lot of points. It wasn't a lot of points, but them 6 points definitely helped us. Hockey is crazy. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. I truly appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for vibing with me. This was like an amazing game to witness. A young man, a second year quarterback that's kind of like his rookie year, put his team on his back and win it in the fourth quarter. You never see players, even older veteran players, put up 21 points and win a game on prime time on Monday night. Hey, you never seen that from. No, let me stop. I'm not gonna get into it. But y'all get where I'm saying. I gotta give credit when credit is due. They put up. They put up. They did what they had to do. They balled out when it counted. Defense, offense, special teams. Special teams was amazing. Will Reichard, you was amazing, bro. Keep doing what you doing, bro. Will Reichard was amazing. But yeah, shout out to the Minnesota Vikings. Shout out to the whole team. He said Caleb is a beast, though. He's going to be a force. Yeah, he's going to be a force. He took that L, but the Bears definitely played well. It's just I don't even know what it was. It was the defense. They just switched. They did what they did, but then the offense woke up. That fourth quarter, I don't know what it was with J.J. McCarthy in that fourth quarter, but he just woke up and said, okay, let me do what I got to do to win this game and just go from there. Let me just do what I got to do to win this game and just go from there. That's what I'm going to do. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do. And that's what he did. And I'm thankful for him, just grinding it out and not quitting because he could have easily quit. And that's what I love about JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy was amazing, and yeah, this was a great win, y'all. This was a great win, and anybody, especially when you watch football, especially those division games are always the hardest games. You know what I mean? I told you it was going to be close. Yeah, it was a close one. You was not. Listen, I thought it was gonna be a beatdown, but like my whole thing is this, man. I talk my talk. I hold my team accountable, whether we lose or win. We won the game, but I have to give credit to the Bears. They played a good game. This was a very good game. There was a few good games in week one. A few good games in week one, and salute to those games, man. This was a very entertaining first week of football. One of the best weeks of football I have been a part of. Even not even seeing the Vikings until tonight, this was a very good week. You know what I mean? Very good week. When you talk about some of the games, especially that Ravens and Bills game, the Buccaneers and Falcons game was a good game. A surprising game was the Colts versus the Dolphins with Daniel Jones doing his thing. There was so many games this week, man. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Who did the Patriots play? I think they played the Raiders. I think the Raiders beat the Patriots. Um, the Bengals, I think, beat the Browns, or was it the Jets? I forgot what the Bengals played. They barely, whoever the Bengals play, they barely beat that team. But a win's a win at the end of the day. Um, we knew going into the season that a gamble, this was going to essentially a rookie on a championship caliber team, huge risk. Yes, this will be a hectic to watch, but it could be special. Yes, as long as he manages the game, he doesn't have to be a superstar. Even though he was a superstar in that fourth quarter, he was a superstar in the fourth quarter. Everything he did was what a superstar would do. One touchdown with his feet and two touchdowns with his arm. He was a superstar. So we can say that he's a second year quarterback. He is a young quarterback, which is a fact, but he played like a veteran point guard in that fourth quarter. Veteran point, not point guards, quarterback. I said point. I'm thinking basketball. You know that's late when I'm saying point guard. He played like a veteran quarterback in the fourth quarter. So yeah. Uh, Skull, Baltimore, Buffalo. Yeah, that game was wild. Still 16 games left. Soak it in. Yes, just going to get harder. Yeah, it's going to get harder, and we're going to be victorious. One game at it. We're going to take one game at a time. One down. We was victorious. Baltimore and Buffalo was wild. Yes, that is true. Baltimore and Buffalo was definitely wild. Shout out to everybody in the building, though. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. I will be at the game. Skull, Doogie. Um, School, bro. That was a tough start. I'm glad he shook it off. Yes, facts. Bengals beat the Browns. Yes. Steelers beat the Jets. Okay, that's what it was. I got them confused. So Steelers beat the Jets, and Aaron Rodgers threw for 4 touchdowns, which is crazy. And I said in my last video, I said, yo, if 4 touchdowns is washed, let me be 41 years old and be washed. I'll be washed as well if I'm 41. Because if you're throwing 4 touchdowns, I'm not saying he's gonna do that every game because he's not. But throwing 4 touchdowns is hard for anybody, even young players. For him to be 41 years old and throw for 4 touchdowns, that's pretty darn good. He ain't washed like people think he is. Um, but Mike Tomlin, we'll see what the Steelers do for the whole rest of the year. Hey, Zach, man, we you got to give you. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen, bro, Zach. I'm just hyped, bro. Imagine you being down by all these points, and your quarterback's looking like he can't play in the first 3 quarters, and he just is clutches. He's clutch like Tom Brady in the fourth quarter, bro. He was clutch, 21 points in the fourth quarter, bro. That was supposed to be a L. This game was supposed to be a L, bro. So for him to be clutch in the fourth quarter and score 21 points, that's not a that's not an easy thing to do. That's not an easy thing to do. So I got to give him credit. Listen, JJ McCarthy played a heck of a game when it counted the most, and we're victorious. And now it's on to the next game. Falcons, I will be at that game, y'all. But everybody that's in the building right now, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said, I'm going live for absolutely every single game with the scoreboard and everything. Everybody is welcome on this YouTube channel. This is one YouTube family. Hit the like button. If it's free, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're feeling the vibes. Only if you're feeling the vibes. If you're not feeling the vibes, don't worry about hitting the subscribe button. But if you're feeling the vibes, hit the subscribe button. I am a big time Minnesota Viking fan. But if you do ask me a question, I would definitely give you my personal my opinion from a Viking fan perspective. But yeah, everybody's welcome on this YouTube channel, whether you're a Viking fan or not. But salute to everybody that's in the building, man. I really appreciate y'all. And there's a lot of Packer fans on this channel. There was so many Packer fans on the live stream today. I said, yo, these Packer fans are deep right now. I said, where my Viking fans at? My Viking fans came in there though. They was in there. My Viking fans was coming in there though. But we had Packer fans on the halftime show. That was lit though. They was talking crazy, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? They talking crazy, but they cool people, man. They part of the YouTube family. But we won't. Hey, listen, I can't. That game, Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers, is gonna be lit. It's gonna be straight up lit, bro. It's gonna be lit. Yeah, got to stick it out. Yeah, Jones, that's rough. Thought I had to wrestle. Yeah, after that Colts game, I'm always sticking around until the end. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, listen, no game is over. Yeah, exactly. You talking about a couple the first year of KLC being coach. Yeah, that was crazy comeback. September 28th is definitely a loss for the Minnesota Vikings. What's September 28th, bro? David Bradley. What team is that, bro? What team we going against? Because I know we're going to beat the brakes off of that team. I don't care what team. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, respectfully, bro. Respectfully, bro. We beating the brakes off your team, bro. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. We beating the brakes off your team. I know we're going to beat your team. Whatever team you rock with, bro, we're beating the brakes off of them. Straight up. Straight up. Automatic. Beat down. It is what it is. It is what it is. We beating y'all down. And listen, I'm going to talk heavy until we lose, brother. We ain't lose yet this season. We 1-0. We 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we are 1-0. Listen, we 1-0, baby. And we made a comeback in the fourth quarter. That makes it even better. It feels good to get dubs. It feels so good to be victorious. You know what I mean? It feels good to be victorious. When you can say, regardless of what you say about the Vikings not playing good, we victorious, baby. When it counted the most, we did what we had to do, baby. We did what we had to do, baby. We got the job done. Our defense was elite when it counted. Everything we needed to do, we did. We're victorious, y'all. Do you understand how good of a win this is? The games that you like real talk though. When you lose, when you win the games that you like, dang, this might look like an L. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. After the first three quarters, I said, this ain't looking good. But I said, we still wasn't out of it because the Bears wasn't scoring nothing. The Bears wasn't doing nothing because our defense kept us in the game. I said, yo, all we got to do is score a touchdown, and we back in the game. We back like we never left. And once we scored that touchdown, I think J.J. McCarthy was like, yeah, we Gucci, man. He said, we Gucci. We Gucci, man. You know what I mean? That first touchdown was amazing. That 13-yard catch, JJ to JJ. You saw the gritty. Y'all saw the gritty. You know what I mean? So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. I'm simply ecstatic about this dub. I can't believe it happened. Like it's one of those things. It's just like, dang, bro, we really came back 21 points in the fourth quarter, bro. Y'all are one in what that was. And yeah, and it was close, but we got the dub. You know what I mean? As long as you get the dub, that's all that matters. You go win by 1 point in the Super Bowl, the most ultimate game in sports, probably, right? Especially in football. You go win by 1 point. Does it matter if you won by 1 point? You just got to win the game because it counts the same as if you won by 30 points. Can I talk that talk, ladies and gentlemen? And the one thing about it, right, is I was talking heavy about beating the brakes off of this team. I was talking so heavy. I was talking mad heavy about, hey, listen, I was talking so heavy on this team. I said, we're going to beat them by 30 to 13. This goes to show you, man, you don't, listen, some of my predictions do become true, though. I ain't going to sit here and I don't know everything. And my predictions be jacked up, especially being a Sixer fan. My predictions been jacked up for a long time. I've been saying the Sixers going to win a championship for about, I don't know, about 10 years straight or whatever, and we keep losing. So my predictions are always wrong with the Sixers. Phillies is different. We won the World Series in 2008. With the Vikings, I've been wrong a long time. Been wrong a long time since I've been a Viking fan. But shout out to everybody in the building. That is my Adrian Peterson jersey right there, signed autographed by one of the greatest running backs of all time. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. I truly appreciate y'all. Minnesota with the quietness, win, impressive comeback. Let's go. Don't give up to the last whistle. That's a fact, bro. Like people don't understand how good of a win this is. They don't understand. They're going to say, oh, it's just the Bears. I want to see what Colin Cowherd's going to say. Take that, bro. 21 points in the fourth quarter. I don't see Sam Darnold doing that. No disrespect to Sam Darnold. I'm just being honest. Um, Chicago had a breaker, but scientific measurements say just not enough. Right. Steelers and believe we beat the Vikings in 2 Super Bowls. Hey, we ain't. Hey, David Bradley. You a Steelers fan, I'm assuming. But all right, so and I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm Philly. Everything besides football. I'm a football fan. I'm a Viking fan. Um, living in Pennsylvania because of the greatest wide receiver of all time, Randy Moss. Proud Minnesota Viking fan. But I am salty as a Viking fan because I told Eagle fans that we was gonna win our first Super Bowl before they win their second Super Bowl. I DM'd this. I ain't gonna say what YouTuber I'm talking about, but he's big YouTuber honestly. And I was talking trash on I DM'd him. I said, yo, we gonna beat the brakes off. We gonna no what I say. I said we gonna win a Super Bowl before y'all win your second Super Bowl, and that was last season. And then all of a sudden they just made that run. And then what did they do? What did they do? They messed around and won the dang Super Bowl. I thought the Commanders were going to beat them. They beat the Commanders. They went to the Super Bowl, beat the brakes off of the Chiefs. And I was like, oh my gosh, he ain't really talk that much trash, though. He ain't really talk that much trash. He was just like, yeah, man. So it's just crazy that the Eagles won 2 Super Bowls before my Vikings win one. So now the new saying is the Minnesota Vikings going to win their first Super Bowl before the Eagles win their third Super Bowl. So that's the new saying that I'm gonna start saying, y'all. Bears, yeah, Bears, man. They played good though. We was missing our second best. Yeah, the Bear. Hey, we was missing a lot of players. So like the Bears missed a lot of players. We missed a lot of players. Facts, bro. Peace and love. Facts. About Scranton, PA, my hometown. Before I ended up moving to the Midwest. You know, Scranton, PA. I know where Scranton, PA. Yeah, Scranton, PA is a little way out there from where I live, but I know where Scranton, PA is. Um, True, yeah, true. Cowherd waiting. Yeah, he wants to say something. He can't really say nothing because because JJ McCarthy did his thing in the fourth quarter. Lions and Bears. Yup. Shout out to Scranton. Yeah, Scranton. Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah, got y'all win. I see. Hey, hot. Yeah, hot fever. You know the vibes, bro. Hey, act like you don't. Act like you know, brother. When you come in the building, man. Act like you know when you come in the building, bro. I challenge you, bro. I challenge you because you was talking heavy. You thought it was over. You thought the Minnesota Vikings was just going bow down to the Bears because the Bears was at home and they was beating us 17-6. You thought it was a wrap. You thought it was a wrap. Yeah, I did say JJ McCarthy was terrible though. I will admit, but it's not how you start a game; it's how you finish a game. And shout out to my boy Rob. My boy Rob really calmed me down in the live stream because he was like, "Yo, bro, relax. We got time. We gonna be all right." Rob, shout out to my boy Rob. Rob. I gotta give a special shout out to him. But yeah, I gotta give a shout out to him. I gotta give him a shout. He was amazing with the calm. He calmed me down. He was like, "Yo, Mike, it's all right, man. Relax, relax. We did it." Hey, purple. You know the vibes, bro. I bet Colin Cowherd already recording his reaction. Facts, bro. It's still fresh in his memory. Facts. He's having nightmares about that reaction. Same old Bears. Hey, but the purple. I don't want to talk trash on the Bears. The Bears had a good game. I got to admit they had a great game. Injured players is part of the game. No, yes, we had injured players. They had injured players. But I ain't gonna sit here and lie. All the Viking fans in the building. How do you feel about Christian Darrisaw right now? What week do you think he's coming back? He was questionable for this game. Do you think he's gonna play against the Falcons? What is your gut feeling? Do you think he might miss another week? What do y'all think? Because we need him when it counts the most. That's when we really need him. How much time do you think they're going to give him? Do you think he's going to miss another couple of games? I have a question mark about Christian Darrisaw because I know he's one of the best tackles in the game. School, what's his name? Justin School. He held his own, but he ain't Christian Darrisaw, and we need that guy to protect our quarterback and JJ McCarthy. Um, yeah. Hopefully, in Hitman, yes, yes, of course, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I prayers goes out to him, man. I don't know what's going on. It's an illness or whatever going on. So hopefully he gets it together. Mike Vaj JJ is the future play. Oh yes, and I couldn't have known that during the first half. No, it wasn't just the first half. It was the first half plus the third quarter. He did all of his damage literally in the fourth quarter. He really wasn't making that many plays in the first three quarters. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna be honest and be real. It comes down to a roster strength who was more prepared for the game. 127 yards penalty. Yes, that was true. Yes, Bears did have a lot of penalties. They helped us a lot with those penalties. Yup. Pass interference and all that. Yup. Cowherd is the biggest hater next to Skip. Who's a bigger hater? I don't know, bro. Because it depends on what Skip be hating on. If Skip don't like you, like for instance, when it comes to LeBron James could win the next 6 championships, and Skip Bayless would say, he's still not the GOAT. You know what I mean? I don't think he's the GOAT right now. I think it's MJ, but he make it seem like LeBron James ain't good. He's like, he's not even in my top 5. I'm like, how is LeBron James not in your top 5? I mean, everybody got their own opinion. It is what it is. But my gosh, he went to 10 finals, won 4 finals. He did lose 6, but still. But then Colin Cowherd, he's just a hater, straight up. I don't know. Next opponent is Falcons. JJ turned it on late. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. JJ did Caleb couldn't do. Facts, bro. That's a fact, bro. Oh man, I wanted y'all to win whole time, just like talking. Oh yeah, okay, okay. Keep talking. I'm almost. I don't know what that stands for. That sounded really, really. I don't know what. I'm gonna just skip over that comment. Skull Nation never out of it because that quote. Pause on that last comment I just read. Pause. 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 I don't know what you were talking about, bro. Skull Nation never out of it because the Coast game. Yes, facts, Darius. All right. Curry switched 30. A win is a win at the end of the day. JJ came up clutch. Facts, bro. When Christian comes back, then it's gonna up. Gut feeling is he will come back. Okay. Maybe another missed game. Oh wow, I hope not. I hope not. JJ put up super respectable fantasy numbers, 22 points tonight. Wow. Skull sucks so bad. Pick up camera from free agency. Oh man, school is bad. Yeah, he was. He did give up. I don't know how many sacks. I know he gave up at least one that was absolutely terrible. Good luck protecting JJ Michael Parsons. Oh man, we'll be able to. I think they held him out because of the field condition. I think they're so okay. Yeah, because of the rain. Oh, that's a good Rob. That is a very, very, very good point. The rain. Yes, I feel you. That gritty at the end in the end zone woke us up. Facts, bro. Biggest of the play was the coach telling the returner to yeah, that play right there was a big play too. Yup, winding some of that time down. Right. Warner, yup, I like that. That's a good point. Stephen A. Smith is the biggest hater. Stephen A could be when it comes to the Cowboys, he is. What do you say? What can go wrong will go wrong, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. Howdy. Let's go. Y'all remember like a decade ago when Mark Cuban embarrassed the fluff out? Yeah. Small from. All right, listen. This guy's got to go. This guy got to go. What the heck? I had to get him out of here, bro. That guy's a weirdo. Chicago pulled a Baltimore Ravens and yup, took that joint from the Bears. I'm telling you, Mike, Bears got real lax. Yeah, they did. Nah, I don't even think it was RC. I think we took it from them, bro. Like literally took everything from them. Our defense was the key to this game. Yes, offense did their thing in the fourth quarter. I will agree. But throughout the first 3 quarters, that was defense, bro. They had done 17 points because of that pick six. People keep forgetting about that. That pick six put them up 17 to 6. So, Sko, I have been a Viking fan for 8 years, and JJ McCarthy cooked in the second half. I subbed. Yes, go. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for vibing with me, bro. Appreciate it. Uh, JJ is only going to get better. Yup. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I had to get him out of here, bro. I had to get him out of here because it's just I read the one kind. I was like, all right, I'm not sure what he meant, but then he did it again. I said, oh, no, I gotta get him out of here. Yeah, Phil perhaps Chicago. Yeah, horrible. Yes, yes, yeah. That could have been a easy, more of an injury for Christian Darrisaw if he didn't fully heal. Even though I believe he fully healed, but not why take a chance? Someone being super weird in the chat. Yeah, I had to get him out of here, bro. Weirdo tendencies. I call it weirdo tendencies. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm getting off this live stream, but shout out to each and every one of y'all. Have a wonderful night. God bless. I'm about to put some shorts out real quick. So make sure y'all comment and like them shorts and tell me how y'all feel about them shorts. I got some things either coming out tonight or coming out tomorrow morning. But shout out to each and every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all. God bless. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game this season with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing if you feeling the vibes. And also at halftime, every halftime for every Minnesota Viking game, except for the next game because I'm gonna be in Minnesota. I'm gonna actually be at the game for the Falcons game. Except for the next game, every halftime when we go live, anybody could come on the show and talk that talk. I want y'all to give me your honest opinion and talk your talk. Just keep it PG, keep it family friendly, and that's it. But have a wonderful night, y'all. Peace out. Until next time. Peace. This is making me happy, man. One of the fantasy teams, JJ in Jersey. Yup. The JJ McCarthy era has begun. Skull to the bowl. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to the bowl, brother. Peace, everybody.